I am Sadie Thomas, your senior class president. We are excited to welcome you to the virtual graduation of the class of 2020. We want to welcome and thank Tooele School District Board of Education, Superintendent Rogers, Assistant Superintendent Pitt, School Board President Marisa Manzione, Tooele County School District Administration, Tooele High School faculty and staff, the Tooele High School community, friends, family, and the Tooele High Class of 2020. Please join us in honoring our country as Courtney Vanderwerken sings the national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' echo, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
August 22nd, 2016. That was the first day we walked into Tooele High School as young and timid freshmen. It seems as though it was just yesterday. I remember, just as I'm sure you can, being so excited and anxious for what the next 4 years held. Back then, none of us knew what those next few years would look like. We had no idea who would come into our lives and who would go, what new hobbies and talents we would take upon, the sports and clubs we would join, who we would sit by in our classes, or the unforgettable memories we would make. I think it is safe to say no one saw our graduation looking quite like this. As your senior class president, I never imagined at the beginning of the year giving this speech today to a non-existent audience and a faceless camera for my fellow classmates to watch from their own home. Although we have been looking forward to this day for the past 13 years, the fact that our commencement is virtual should not belittle our accomplishments. I wish I could give you all the graduation you deserve and give you back the things COVID-19 took from us. However, it is important to remember the things COVID-19 could never steal. The lasting friendships we have made with others, memories of cheering at football games, win or lose, going to dances, crowding McDonald's after every basketball game, lighting the tea with one another, even though it was one less time than we were hoping for. These are the memories that will be with us forever. It has been a crazy senior year, and I am so proud of the class of 2020. It may be a cliche thing to say, but I feel as though it applies to our class more than any class before. We did it. These past couple months, or dare I say years, have not been easy in the slightest, and have been filled with many highs and many lows. We entered this world during 9/11 and are now leaving high school in the midst of a global health pandemic. We are making history. These experiences have created a special bond and love for each other that no other class but our class, the class of 2020, will have. In a few years, you probably won't remember anything that was said or shown today, but you may remember how you feel, and I hope now, in this very moment, you all feel so incredibly proud of yourselves, because you should be. We have been blessed with the most incredible staff and teachers who have made these last 4 years some of the best years of our lives. And just as we have been blessed to have Tooele High School has been blessed to have us. I may not know each and every one of you by name, but I consider each of you my friends and have been honored to serve and represent you. If someone were to ask me to describe the class of 20, I would tell them that we are brilliant, creative, talented, kind, hopeful, optimistic, proud, and full of school spirit. We have watched each other grow and learn, and I am so excited to continue to watch as you all go and create the life you have always dreamed of living. High school was full of drama, homework, dances, games, and people, and though these will continue to be factors in our lives, I have a feeling it only gets better from here. This is our beginning. Our class is capable of so much, perhaps more than we know, and I hope as we work for where we want to go, we do not forget where we came from. Some of us will go off to college or missions. Some of us might take a few years off or work from home. Or some of us could even be getting married, and I expect announcements if that's the case. As sad as it is to admit, life is going to take us each in separate and different directions, and we must cherish the times we have had together. Tooele High School holds many special moments that have shaped us into who we are today, and though we may not stay here until we die, our hearts will be forever and forever in Tooele. Thank you.
I'm going to open with what I'm sure is going to be said in every single graduation speech this year. I think we can all pretty easily agree that this is not how we ever imagined our graduation being. And if you did imagine it like this, what's your problem, man? I wanted my graduation. But this is good because I get to have a little bit of closure and I still get to speak to my class. I can't really put into words our senior experience, so I had no idea how I was going to give a whole speech on it. What do you say to wrap up a year like this? I was really lost. Luckily, I already got to write the closing of the yearbook as editor-in-chief, and heaven knows no one actually reads the yearbook, so I figured I might as well use it here. So this is it. We have finally made it to the end of another year. For me and the rest of the class of 2020, this means the end of 4 incredible years of high school and the beginning of our futures. We have created many treasured memories together and have survived many hard times, and we will face many more. I like to believe I have gained at least some wisdom from my experience in high school. So if you're intimidated by the future, I have one piece of advice for you that I try to follow myself. Remember to embrace every moment life gives to you. Just as there is beauty in the friendships we have made and the knowledge we have gained, there is beauty in your strength as you take on each new day. As author Og Mandino said, I will love the light, for it shows me the way, yet I will endure the darkness, for it shows me the stars. I wrote that 3 months ago, but it seems even more applicable now than it would have been then, so maybe I'm secretly a Simpson, who knows. But I'd like to revisit that quote a little bit. I will love the light, for it shows me the way, yet I will endure the darkness, for it shows me the stars. While the second part of the quote is obviously applicable to our lives today, I actually want to focus more on the first part. I will love the light, for it shows me the way. We leave high school hoping to find our place in the world, to find our own way, where we can thrive and excel. So what lights do we have in our futures to help us find our way? We have the light of new adventures, of new interests, and of new hobbies. We can look forward to moving on from high school and becoming our own person. As we learn more about ourselves through our new experiences, we continue to grow, develop, and realize what is most important to us. Keep searching to find it, and don't let it go when you have it. We can follow the light of mentors and those who love us. They are doing their best to help us find our paths, and they care about us. Don't be afraid of their help and listening to their experiences. We are hardly ever as alone as we think we are, but sometimes we forget to look for those who care about us. We have the light of new connections. As we move forward in our lives, we will have the chance to meet many different people. Find friends who will support you in reaching your goals. Surround yourself with those who drive you to be the person you are proud of. These connections are the ones that make life more meaningful. And most importantly, we have our own light. Believe in your own light. Trust yourself to try new things and take the opportunity life gives you. And if life doesn't give you opportunities, create them for yourselves. Don't be afraid of the struggles, because you will come out the other end stronger. The greatest part of leaving high school is that we have the opportunity to pursue our own paths. I hope each of you finds what you are passionate about and has the opportunity to give it your all, because I know we all have a lot to give. Now, congratulations to the class of 2020, and thank you to all the people who supported us on our journey. Thank you to the teachers who cared and to the coaches who pushed us. Thank you to the advisors who guided us and to the teammates who gave us their all. Thank you to our friends and families who supported us, and especially thank you to each of my classmates watching this. Thank you for being here, for being a friend, and for enriching the history of Tooele High School with your story.
I've got my ticket for the long way round, 2 bottles of Pepsi for the way, and I sure would like some sweet company, and I'm leaving tomorrow, what do you say? When I'm gone, you're gonna miss me when I'm gone. You're gonna miss me about my hair, you're gonna miss me everywhere. Oh, you're gonna miss me when I'm gone. I've got my ticket for the long way round, the one with the prettiest of views. It's got mountains, it's got rivers, it's got sights that give you shivers, but it sure would be prettier with you. When I'm gone, when I'm gone. You're gonna miss me when I'm gone. You're gonna miss me by my walk. You're gonna miss me by my talk. Oh, you're gonna miss me when I'm gone. When we're gone. When we're gone. You're gonna miss us when we're gone. You're gonna miss us by our walk. You're gonna miss us by our talk. Oh, you're gonna miss us when we're gone.
At this point, I think it definitely goes without saying that this isn't exactly how many of us imagined our senior year, and it definitely isn't how we pictured our graduation. I know we've had a lot of time to reflect during our time at home. I know I found myself wondering a lot about what these past few months could have been like if things had been different. But as I've thought about it, I think I've started to realize that actually nothing about high school was actually the way I expected it or the way that I had wished it was. I think I just had high expectations for high school thanks to the Disney Channel movies I grew up on and my love for coming-of-age books and films. And while I did make a few great memories and meet amazing friends, by no means would I call high school the best 4 years of my life, like some people might try to convince you it will be. With all of that being said, though, I believe that you can learn something from everything, and these last 4 years definitely did help me learn what I want from the future, and they helped me get onto the right path to achieve those things. And I hope that all of the other class of 2020 graduates can say the same thing, whether or not you loved your high school experience. I remember watching Greta Gerwig's film Lady Bird for the first time the summer after sophomore year. I think that the movie encapsulates a lot of what I felt and experienced throughout high school, but the line that stuck out to me the most was when the main character says to her mother, "I just wish I could live through something." Right now, we're all living through something a bit unprecedented in recent history. I guess you could say that the class of 2020 is a cursed generation. We were born under the specter of 9/11, and we're graduating into a world filled with panic and uncertainty. But if there's one thing to take away from this whole situation, I think it's to understand the importance of empathy and caring about things that may not directly affect you, your loved ones, or even anybody you know personally. And even though life may be strange and stressful right now, we can embrace this situation and use it to help make the world better in the future. Lastly, I just wanted to give a shout out to a few people who helped make my high school experience better and my life better. Thank you to Riley Dangerfield for being there through it all the way since kindergarten. Thank you to Caleb Mon and McKenna Jones for being some of the only people I've been able to talk about literally anything with. And thank you to all my great friends for always coming to our weekly viewing parties of The Bachelor, even though it may be trash TV. That's what keeps me going more than anything. And I also wanted to thank the class of 2020. I wish you all the best. Thank you.
Tooele High School, Class of 2020, Buffaloes. I am sure that today is not as exciting as you imagined it to be. I assure you, right now, I would much rather be giving you this speech in person. You are being denied the experience of having a ceremony with your friends at the Huntsman Center as you have always dreamed. Instead, you're watching this on a screen. But aside from all that we have been denied, this pandemic will not strip us from the accomplishments we have achieved thus far. It will not tarnish the person that high school has led us to become. And it will not destroy the friendships and memories we all have made. Oh, we've worked hard, seniors. We deserve to be proud of ourselves. We deserve to recognize the triumph of this moment, and we deserve to not let this situation ruin the closure we have all been waiting for. Because regardless of the tragedy of this current situation, it is still time for us all to move on. After this day, we must become the champions of our own dreams, but we still have this day to reminisce. So let's get to it. Now, think back to your first day here at Tooele High School. Whether you came to Tooele late or started here freshman year, there was one thing that all of us had in common. Excitement. Whether that excitement was driven from fear or enthusiasm, it made us all fresh. We were thrown into a school that had pre-established norms that we had to quickly adapt to. Some of us showed up on buses, some hitched rides from upperclassmen, some from our parents, but at some point or another, we all relied on the people around us. We were young and inexperienced. As we adapted, we began to relinquish our excitement in our favorite classes, after-school practices, during club meetings, moshing at dances, attending school activities, and standing in the student section. As years passed, our excitement faded, but while our excitement was fading, our pride was building. We were becoming the students that were establishing the norms, the students on the front rows of the student section, the students that had more high school memories behind them than ahead. Every day we were becoming more experienced and more prideful in ourselves and in our school. These past 4 years truly have felt like our entire lives. We have spent countless days at Tooele High School. More often than not, we're at the high school instead of our own homes. The band room, jock hall, the commons area, the football field, Mr. Ham's classroom, the tennis courts, the soccer fields, the parking lot. Whatever and wherever we chose to involve ourselves, Tooele High School always had a place for us. Places that we made friends in, laughed in, sweated in, grew in, learned in, and even some of us cried in. But now our beloved places needed to be there for new students. Our beloved teachers needed to be there for new students. And our beloved Tooele High School needed to be there for new students. Fresh students will bring the excitement to these places and create their own memories, just as we did long ago. Sadly, Buffs, our time is over. But even though our past life has ended, our future life has just begun. Tooele will always be there for us in our hearts and in our memories, but lucky for us, these past years haven't just been living. They have also been dreaming. Dreaming of the future, dreaming of this very day. College, marriage, travel, careers, and starting families of our own are all moments ahead of us. Whether that family consists of 14 children or just a tiny puppy, we are in charge of creating it. Because from this day forward, we are completely in charge of our own lives. We are all about to become champions of our own dreams. The time for dreaming with our eyes closed is over. We must become champions by acting on our dreams, on our wishes, on our hopes, on our desires. T.E. Lawrence in the book The 7 Pillars of Wisdom, A Triumph says, "All men dream, but not equally. Those who dream by night in the dusty recesses of their mind wake up in the day to find it was vanity. But the dreamers of the day are dangerous men, for they act their dreams with open eyes to make it possible." Close quote. It is now our time to open our eyes, grab a hold of the dreams we have, and execute them. Execute them as a champion would. The legend LeBron James speaks frequently of the power of attaining a champion mindset. He says, "Being a champion isn't just about stepping up and taking big shots with everything on the line. It's about the work you did that got you there. It's not about the 5 minutes you stand on the podium. It's about the 5 years you spend running sprints at 6 a.m. This is the mindset that says, I'm going to put in the work, and if I do, winning is inevitable." Close quote. So Buffs, let's open our eyes. I know that each and every one of us has the ability to become champions of our own dreams. But to do that, we must put in the work. There are not dreams without the occasional nightmare. Yes, we are entering a world that has never existed before, a world that has been seized by pandemic. But this will pass. We are going to seize our dreams, and we will do this by establishing ourselves into this new world, rebuilding and redefining the aftermath of this pandemic based on the dreams and ambitions of the class of 2020. As we move on to the vast world enveloped with substantial responsibilities, we will always remember Tooele High School as the culmination of our childhood. It was the moments such as crowding McDonald's after rivalry games, walking the halls during passing period, late nights at the school, Buffalo Wild Wings trips with friends, decorating trees for Winter Tree Festival, and throwing chalk in the air for homecoming week. And singing our school song after games that leave us all, forever and forever, in Tooele. I will be closing by leaving you all with a quote from Juice WRLD that embodies our departure from high school. It says, "As we go on, we remember all the times we spent together. As our lives change from whatever, we will still be friends forever. Thank you.
First of all, I'd like to thank Mr. Carlson for the opportunity to address the senior class. As a father of a member of the senior class, I'm going to speak to you from my heart to some of the words I would tell my daughter. John Wooden, a famous coach, said, "If you're not making mistakes, then you're not doing anything. I'm positive that a doer makes mistakes." You're all grown up and going to be moving away from high school, home, and decisions that have been made in part by your family and loved ones who wanted to help you learn how to make decisions on your own. Now that you're taking those steps of being on your own, you're going to make mistakes. Remember what you've learned. Thomas Jefferson said, "I'm a great believer in luck. The harder I work, the luckier I get." My high school counselor thought that it would be best if I found a career and a trade and avoided college because I struggled in high school. I chose to go to college, and though I had to work many full-time jobs to help pay my way through, I consider myself the luckiest man alive because of my hard work and work ethic. Professor Dumbledore in the series of Harry Potter movies shared this quote: "It is not our abilities that show what we truly are, it is our choices. So what choices are you going to make? Once you have made a decision, work hard and realize that you're going to make some mistakes, but chase your dreams." A couple months ago, I was diagnosed with cancer. It was a big blow. It was completely unexpected. And the moments that the doctor gave me this news, I felt like my heart stopped, and I knew that life would never be the same. I didn't know, however, that would be one of my greatest gifts. It's only been a few months, and I've learned lessons that will stay with me for the rest of my life, and I'd like to share those few lessons with you. Life doesn't go as planned. You'll have upsets and mistakes and setbacks. Be happy now. Find joy in the moment, even in the difficult times. Fight for what you want most and chase your dreams. And remember, it's the relationships that matter most. Thank your parents, thank your teachers, any adult example leaders that you've had, and most of all, those sitting next to you, the senior class that you've made friendships with, because it'll last a lifetime. Superintendent Rogers, Assistant Superintendent Pitt, school board members, and on behalf of the faculty and staff of Tooele High School, I hereby declare that these candidates have met all the requirements of the state of Utah and Tooele County School District for a high school diploma, and request that such diplomas be conferred upon them. Thank you very much.
Well, senior class, I am sad that I am not looking into your happy, smiling faces at this graduation, but I'm happy to be here. I'm happy that we are able to have a graduation and we can celebrate the many accomplishments you've had this year. When I accept the graduates each year, I typically like to use movie quotes or song lyrics to give a few words of advice before that acceptance. And this year, since the movie industry has shut down, I've gone with some classic songs, oldies but goodies. Hopefully you like them. I'd like to start with REM. It's the end of the world as we know it. Your life is changing, maybe changing more than you're ready for, but it is the end of an era for you and you're moving into adulthood. And I like to follow that up with the next line of the song, which says, "And I feel fine." And I can assure you that I feel fine and confident in the seniors that we are graduating this year from Tooele County School District and especially Tooele High School, in that you will be a great addition to society in your adult lives. Next, Queen says, "Is this the real life or is this just fantasy?" This is now real life. So I welcome you to real life. I know you have lots of decisions to make, and I am happy to know that we have great people who are making great decisions and are going to represent Tooele High School in the best way they can. Pat Benatar says, hit me with your best shot. Gloria Gaynor says, I will survive. And Journey says, don't stop believing. You've had a crazy year, not the end of the year you've expected, but I know that you have been hit with the best shot, and you've come out on top, and you will continue to come out on top. And I hope there's a lot to believe in and a lot of good that you can still do in the world. Tim Buck 3 says, the future's so bright, I gotta wear shades. I see bright days ahead. I'm proud to say that you're graduates of Tooele County School District. And for you, Buffaloes, the most important lyric of all, and don't forget that no matter where you are, that a piece of your heart will be forever and forever in Tooele. Represent us well and make us proud, I know you will, and I am happy to accept this senior class of 2020 Tooele High Buffaloes as graduates of the Tooele County School District. Congratulations.
Class of 2020, you may now join us in moving your tassels.
Here's a tiger to Tooele High. May her colors every proudly fly. We are here to stay until we die. Forever and forever in Tooele. Every echo ring.
Forever and forever in Tooele. Cheers to those who stand for us today.
Tears to those we leave along the way. All good fellows, we are here to stay. Where? Forever and forever in Tooele. We are to stay. Forever and forever in Tooele. Congratulations, class of 2020.
just keeps going for miles. We're gonna get there. In the face of the wind and the wild, we're gonna get there. Love makes the journey a beautiful race. We're closer to home with each step that we take. We're gonna get there. Take my hand. Together we'll make it. Together we can. To the end. Together we'll make it. So come take my hand. Take a deep breath and rest for a while. We're gonna get there. Try to let yourself hope like a child. We're gonna get there. We can reach out on the uncertainty. We can look up, fix our eyes on a dream. We're gonna get there. Take my hand. Together we'll make it. Together we can. To the end. Together we'll make it. So come take my hand. Take my hand. Together we'll make it. Together we can. To the end. Together we'll make it. So come take my hand. You will find me by your side. I won't fall behind. You will find me by your side. I need you by mine. We're gonna get there. Take my hand. Together we'll make it. Together we can. To the end. Together we'll make it. So come take my hand. Take my hand. Together we'll make it. Together we can. To the end. Together we'll make it. So come take my hand.
I can't help but feel good. I can't help but feel fine. Everything is in its place and everything is mine. I can't help but feel good. I can't help but feel fine. Everything is in its place and all of it is mine. I can't help but smile. I can't help but smile. I'm reinventing myself. I'm me and nobody else. I'm reinventing myself. I'm me and nobody else. I can't help but smile. I can't help but smile. I can't help but smile. I can't help but smile.
class of 2020.